Hello, Sir Clements Project. We're here with Mr. Lyons,
Hi there.
and we're going to talk about some of your musical experiences and your experience at Markham.
Certainly.
So, your first instrument was a guitar, right?
No, I have to correct you there. My first instrument was a piano. Was introduced to playing piano at about 8 years old, and I toiled through it a little bit, but didn't feel that much of an affinity to it. But discovered the guitar when I was about 11, 12.
In high school.
In high school, yeah, and preferred playing the guitar and wanted to play more sort of rock music, I suppose. But then I've come back to piano, and those years on the piano certainly gave me a really good basis.
And what was your biggest inspiration as a young musician?
My biggest inspiration, I suppose, for guitar might have been Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. That was the first time I thought, okay, that's really cool.
I want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was really good. And in high school, I suppose I was listening to a lot of indie rock like Blur and Oasis, and I sort of had that hunger at the time to discover certain sounds and how solos were performed, and I certainly strived hard to work through certain pieces of guitar music and learn more than anything else.
Tell me about your first guitar.
My first guitar was a Fender Squier Strat that I bought in a ready-to-rock set, which came with a cable and a small practice amplifier and a pack of strings and a couple of plectrums, and that was great to start off with. But I felt like I needed to upgrade, and my first real proper guitar was an Epiphone Sheraton, which is this beautiful double-bound sort of Gibson ES335 style guitar with humbucking pickups, so it had a big fat sound to it. But I still own it, and I upgraded the pickups a little bit a while ago.
And so, your band you had in high school, what was the name?
The name. We went through a few names, but we kind of settled on Alchemy. So it was just a trio, guitar, bass and drums, and the bass player sung. I sung a little bit as well. And we had band nights at school, so we would play in these, it wasn't like a competition, it was just like a showcase of bands that the school had, of the students that were playing, and friends and family would show up, and it would be a nice evening.
And have you played at gigs, usually, like with your band?
Yeah, I played in some gigs with. I've been in a few other bands as well. I've been in like a Commitments style Blues Brothers band. I've been in a jazz quintet. I've been in a Johnny Cash tribute band, and for that gig, I think I played to my largest audience, which was about 1,000 people.
Wow.
But more recently, I've got a trio together with two other musicians, two other teachers, peripatetic teachers here, and we're just going through some blues covers at the moment, and hopefully we'll get something sorted out to play live soon and get a decent set together, which is kind of on the way, but practicing and rehearsing can be sporadic.
And about your guitar playing, do you think of a specific guitar player that is your like idol?
Oh, an idol. That's
your guitar hero.
My guitar hero. Do I have a guitar hero? It honestly depends on the style. I could give you maybe at least half a dozen guitarists that have influenced me heavily over the years. But for category, it would probably have to be Jimmy Page, I would say. He was someone that, although people might think his playing's not sloppy, but he does play across beats. He's the riff master, and someone that really, really inspired me as a teenager. And then you've got people like Clapton as well, who was much more of a blues-based player, and then going more into the blues area of a guitarist that I was very fond of, especially his tone, was Roy Buchanan, a very biting Telecaster sound through a Fender amp. I liked the way he played, and he was very expressive.
Great, sir. And I also want to ask you one last question, which is, what does music really mean to you?
What does music really mean to me? Oh, that's very deep. What does it mean? It's an incredible part of self-expression, and as well as expressing yourself, it can also elicit emotions from yourself as well. There's so much for it can conjure up memories.
Yeah, self-discovery.
Certainly, it can put you in certain moods. It means an incredible amount, and I enjoy being able to share my enthusiasm with youngsters. Hopefully, that passes off onto them.
Sir Clements Project, this has been Mr. Lyons. Goodbye.
Thanks.